what do you guys think are some of the steps that you have to go through when you're creating a speech? From the time that you get the assignment, you know you have to create a speech, to the time that you stand up in front of your audience and actually deliver it, what do you think are some of the things that you have to do before you can deliver it? Linda? Narrow down the topic. Yep. Determine what your purpose is for your speech or your goal for your speech. Yes. You should know who your audience is. Yes. Okay, so you're going to think about what your message is, what information you're going to include in your presentation. Yes. The time limit. So you have to decide what information you can include, like how much information you can include. Yes. Sure. And if so, then what visual aids are you going to use? Yes. What else? You've got your topic, you know who your audience is, how much time you're going to use, your visual aids, and before you're going to get up and give your speech, what else do you have to do? You have to practice your speech. Make an outline. Yes, very good. You might need to put some stuff in your speech. Where would you get that stuff from? You might need to do some research for your presentation. Yep, exactly. Well, today we're going to look at a model for developing your speeches. We're going to look at an 8-step process of the things that you pretty much need to go through when you're creating your speeches. And then we're going to look at steps 2, 3, and 4 of that model and how to write a specific purpose statement and a central idea, and we're going to do some practice with that. At the end of class, I'm going to go over with you your first informative speech assignment, and we're going to talk specifically about what the requirements are for that. Bless you. All right? So let's begin. This is a model of the speech-making process, and this is a model created by BB and BB. And there are 8 steps in this model, and let me show you a few things about this model. You can see that it's in a circle, and you can see that there are arrows in the circle. So notice here that my arrows go this way. We're going to start right here with select and narrow your topic. This is where we're going to start, and then our circle is going to go around in that direction. I want to point out something else to you here. Notice that there are arrows right here. And notice that there's an arrow that goes in and out of each piece of that pie. And the reason that there's an arrow there that goes in and out of each piece of that pie is because at each step of the speech-making process, you should do what? What does that say in that center circle? Consider the audience. Very good. Good, good, good. So we're going to take a look today at how we can consider our audience at each step of that speech-making process. So the first step is to select and narrow your topic. How do you think you might consider your audience when you're selecting and narrowing your topic? What do you think? Very good. You want to pick a topic that's going to catch their attention. Okay, so you don't want to talk about politics to kindergartners, so it should be appropriate for their age level. Linda? That's what you're going to say, appropriate to their age level? Should it be interesting to them? If push comes to shove and you had to pick between being interesting to you and being interesting to your audience, which one's more important? It's more important that it's interesting to you. You would think so, right? You would think it'd be more important for it to be interesting to your audience. It's not. In order for you to deliver a good speech, it needs to be important to you. It needs to be interesting to you. Because if it's interesting to you, then when you deliver it, it's going to be interesting to your audience. Remember the example I told you about the student who gave a speech about Transformers? I'm not really that interested in Transformers. Not really my thing. Not all that interested in it. But he was really interested in it. And so when he gave that speech, it made it interesting to me. So it's important that it be interesting to you. All right, the second step in the speech-making process then is to determine your purpose. And with your purpose, you're going to have 2 different kinds of purposes. You're going to have a general purpose, and you're going to have a specific purpose. Your general purpose is going to be one of those 3 common things that we talked about with conversation. Remember with conversation we said we have the same 3 major goals. Do you remember what they were? to inform, to persuade, and to entertain. Okay? To inform, to persuade, or to entertain. One of those is going to be your general purpose. And just to inform, period. You're also, with a purpose, you're going to have a specific purpose. And a specific purpose is basically your thesis for your speech. It's a one-sentence statement that summarizes what you want to accomplish in your speech. And we're going to look today at how to write a specific purpose statement specifically. Okay? The third, how can you consider your audience? When you're coming up with a goal for your speech, how do you consider your audience? By doing research on... Okay. So do some research on and background information about your audience. Okay. The goal for your speech. To get your point across, yes. The goal for your speech is really all about your audience. It's what is the outcome that you're hoping for with your audience at the end of your speech. What do you want your audience to know, believe, or be able to do as a result of having listened to your speech? So, standing up here giving a speech, remember, is to get your message across as your main goal. It's not about you. It's not about you standing up here looking good or looking smart or, look how intelligent or how much they know about that particular... That's not what it's about. It's what do you want them to know when they leave? You're standing up here for their purpose, right? For their benefit. So what do you want them to know as a result of your speech when you're done?